Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars figure review. In today's Star Wars figure review we're going to be taking a look now at a vintage collection 4-pack from the Book of Boba Fett. Now this 4-pack consists of characters from the Book of Boba Fett series. It consists of a character called the Chieftain and there's 3 standard Tusken Raiders. So let's take a look at these today. So we've got this fella here. That's your first Tusken Raider. Your second Tusken Raider. Your third Tusken Raider. And then the last figure, the Chieftain, with his large staff. So that's the Tusken Raiders from the Book of Boba Fett. We'll take a look at the figures in more detail, but let's take a look at the Vintage Collection box. As you see, this is the 4-pack for the Vintage Collection figures. You've obviously got the Tusken Raiders there. Obviously the 4 we're going to take a look at are the ones here. You've obviously got the name and everything going on there. Legal stuff there, legal stuff there, legal stuff there, and the Vintage Collection logo going on there. And on the back you've obviously got the 4 characters going on there. Open it up. You've obviously got the inside of the box, and obviously this is the packaging that displayed the characters. And obviously what you can do, you can just obviously get the box, push it down like that, make sure that's sealed, and there you have it. And obviously it's up to you if you want to keep the contents as well. So that's your Vintage Collection box for the Tusken Raiders. Let's take a look at these characters in more detail. So we'll start off with the standard Tusken Raiders and then we'll move on to the Chieftain. So let's get started. As you see, this is one of the Tusken Raiders that comes with this set. Articulation wise, he's got movement top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso, movement of the legs, movement of the knees, movement of the ankles. Does come with the large Tusken Raider rifle, which is nicely done there. Be very careful when moving it and placing it in the character's hand because they are quite flimsy and they're quite thin and they can easily snap. I'll give you a zoom in on the overall detail. I really do like the design of this character. He's obviously gone for a slightly darker colour. You've obviously got like ammunition belches around the chest and obviously different markings on the face. Really nice shade of black going on there, sort of like a dark black that the legendary singer Johnny Cash would wear. But I do like how they've done the rifle as such. But yeah, the look is very cool in terms of obviously the material and posability and articulation, which is nicely done. So that's your first Tusken Raider, nicely done there. Let's take a look at the second Tusken Raider. Here's this fella. This is your second Tusken Raider. Does come with movement top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso, movement of the legs, movement of the knees, movement of the ankles. He does come with a larger weapon that we've seen Boba Fett use and the Tusken Raiders use in the series and throughout Star Wars. Nicely done there in terms of what's going on. Give you a zoom in on the overall detail. Nicely done in terms of what's going on. Obviously the weapon is a good choice. He's gone for sort of like a sandy colour Tusken in terms of what we've got going on. So that's your second Tusken. Like I said, you can't beat having many Tusken Raiders in your collection. Next up we're going to take a look at the third unnamed Tusken, and it's this fella. He does come with both weapons this time. Movement in the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist. Torso is movable as well. movement in the knees, movement in the ankles. Large rifle there, same with the weapon at the side there, which is nicely done. Give you a zoom in on the overall character. It's gone for a nice sort of sandy cream colour. Bullet belt across the chest is just looking good, and the overall design of the character is cool. Posability is fantastic. I really like the posability in terms of how I've got this character. So that is your third unnamed Tusken. And the last character we're going to take a look at is obviously the Chieftain. Now the Chieftain does come with a large staff, which is nicely done, and he does come with more of a very darker colour, sort of like a, I want to say like a maroon and brown colour going on. Posability, movement top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso, movement of the legs, movement of the knees, movement of the ankles. Does come with a large staff with gold and maroon colourings. Give you a zoom in on the overall character. As you see, the character is nicely done in terms of obviously posability and colouring. Maroon sandy colours going on there with elements of black. The staff is nicely sculpted in terms of what we've got going on and the colouring. And obviously if I just remove that out the way, you've obviously got like beads around the chest, and your posability and everything is nicely done. So that's your Chieftain from the Tusken Raiders 4-pack. Now I'll just get all of these together. So there's these two. Just make sure I zoomed out, sorry about that. There we go. And there's these two. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch these Star Wars reviews. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. Be sure to obviously subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. So take care, look after yourself, and as always, may the Force be with you.